Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Guys, the past few videos, or actually a lot of my videos, I think most of them were talking about, getting out, getting active and doing things physical, getting fit. And I haven't really went into a lot of detail about working out and dietary and stuff like that. So I want to start getting into that. I want to break this up in a couple videos. If it goes into more videos, then it's fine. It's more information for you guys. So I want to start with the gym first. Guys, it's really important to find a local gym, and I would stay away from the big gyms. As someone who used to work out in big gyms, there's not really a whole lot of personality. Now, of course, you can run into anybody anywhere, right? And find your gym buddies, but it's more at home, to find a smaller gym, right? Now, keep in mind, make sure you're looking for something where you have everything that you need, treadmills, machines, cables, rows, punching bag, which is really important for me because I love practicing boxing. So, squatting racks, deadlifting racks, stuff like that. I myself, I go to a little bit of a smaller gym that has everything that I really need, because you don't really need a sauna, you don't really need a pool, you don't need all that shit, Go in, get a good workout, a dumbbell rack, and some benches for that too is really important. That's because that's where a lot of my workouts go. And guys, if you guys would like me to film, right, some of my workouts and really kind of give you a reference point on how you can start, I'm more than happy to do that. So you find yourself a local gym, right? Please, for the love of God, boys, stay away from Planet Fitness. Stay away from Planet Fitness. God forbid, you guys go to Planet Fitness and you drop a weight and you get kicked out and you wasted $70 for that one day. That's not a good situation to be in. So, all right, you find yourself a decent gym to get into. $30-35 a month. That's typically where most gyms charge, or at least it is around here. So, guys, you can always hire a trainer, but that's a lot of money. I wouldn't advise that, right? I would definitely advise looking up on YouTube, and like I said, look, I can give you that information. You don't have to come to me, but you can go to YouTube, right? Versus spending so much money on a trainer. That being said, what's the schedule? How do you get started? What do you need to do? Well, so schedule is incredibly important, right? If you can go at least 3-4 days a week, that's awesome. All that matters is that there's a start, right? And then you can, like I was saying in my past videos, there's direction, right? And this is a good direction to go into. All that matters is that you're moving, you're going in a direction, right, that's benefiting you ultimately, right? Prolonging your life. So, schedule. You don't have to do full body workouts, right? You don't have to do half body workouts. I've known plenty of people who have done full body workouts, half body workouts. I myself, I used to do, not full body workouts. I never really was a fan of those, or half body workouts. But I have had the back and buys, the chest and try days, but you don't have to stick to that specific thing, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my personal plan, and then you guys can roll with that. All right. So typically I'll start my workout week with a back day. I'll do I'll do cables. I'll do machines. I'll do dumbbells, you know, and then I'll finish it off with some back lifts or whatever, you know, where you're just kind of going back and forth. I can't remember what it is. Anyways, pretty much the gist of it is back, right? And then you know, I'll break it up. What I like to do is I like to focus and hone in on specific muscles. I found that I've gotten more gains that way versus doing multiple muscle groups all at once. So I break that up, like I was saying, back, and then I'll do chest, specifically chest. So, you know, cables again, I'll do cables, machines, and that's pretty much what I stick to, are the cables and the machines. You can go to the dumbbells, right? And I can show you some really good ones for that, but it's not really necessary. I try to get about, you know, 5 to 8 workouts in, and you can do that on the machines and cables. I'll move over to the arms. Arm day is really fun for me. I love arms, but it's not just arms. It's not just bis, tris, and forearms, you know, that I'm doing. It's also shoulders, right? You know, front, rear, and middle. So, and I can show you guys a few workouts on that. Again, you know, cables and machines on that one, and then sometimes I'll go dumbbells on that one. And then I will do legs. Leg day was today, boys, and my legs almost gave out. So it's okay to go hard, but make sure you're not going too hard, and I'll get to that in here in a minute. So legs, you know, I can't really squat anymore because of just how my body's so fucked up, but I do leg presses. Leg presses are really good. I believe that they're a really good substitute. So leg presses is really big for me. And then you've got what's that? The calf machines. Then you've got other machines. You know, quad leg curls, and then hamstring curls. Then you've got the I guess the quad curls. I don't know which we would really call that. But you have machines, right? You've got I typically stick to the machines, and then I'll do core, right? Again, cables, machines. Sometimes, you know, I'll do free weighted stuff, free weighted sit-ups and stuff and whatnot. Depending on, you know, how hard I really want to hit it, I'll do flutter kicks. I'll do I can't remember what those workouts were, but I can show you what they are. I'll do the research, and I'll give you more information on that. But and then that's core, but I also hit obliques as well. So, you know, I'm kind of targeting, you know, that together, and then that I'll typically, you know, that'll be whatever day that lands on, you know, after, or either before or after my cheat day, you know, it's when I pick it up back up, and then I'll start over again with back. You know, make sure, boys, that you don't neglect your legs, okay? For the love of God, please don't neglect your legs, okay? You don't want to be one of those gym bros, right, that have bird legs. You don't want to do that, okay? All right. You're not a Chick-fil-A mascot, so don't try to be. So make sure you're working out your legs, okay? Don't neglect your thighs, don't neglect your glutes, okay? Got to work those out too, okay? All right. Ladies love cake, all right? Remember that. Oh, they love cake as much as we do. So anyways, boys, look, so I had mentioned don't overdo it, okay? And the reason I say that is because overdoing it is worse than underdoing it. I have thrown my back out like once or twice, I believe, on deadlift. You know, when you have a bad back, you really got to take care of your body. So if you start hearing a bunch of clicks, that's not good, man. That's not good, right? If you're straining really hard on something, that's not good. Listen, guys, you don't have to go heavy, okay? You don't have to start out with heavy weights. Actually, what's really better to do is start out with the lower weights, right? What I've come to find out is that if you start with the lower weights, right, and you're flexing those muscles, you break up those fibers a lot more, and I've experienced better results that way. My arms aren't massive, but they're not small either. So you don't have to go heavy, because oftentimes when you do and you don't have correct form, and I'll get to form here in a second, then you can really do a lot of damage. You know, I've seen people hit form and they're doing form all wrong, and because they're doing form all wrong, they send themselves to the hospital. You know, they tear a muscle, they rip their ACL, you know, all kinds of shit that you can really do that will take you out of the gym, and you don't want to do that, right? So form is incredibly important, and like I said, you know, boys, I can film some of my routines, I can film some of my workouts, and I will show you. If that helps you guys out a lot, I'm more than happy to do it. I typically do sets, and sets is pretty much just a whole workout. I like to do, you know, 3 sets, right, of whatever workout I'm doing, because I find that it really works that muscle out, right? And you don't have to do 4 or 5, you know, six sets, you know, for my crazies out there, you know, that really like to hit it super hard. You don't have to do it. 3 sets is fine. You know, when you're first starting out, you could just do like 3 sets of 8 reps. You know, how many reps you want to do in one set is going to complete that one specific workout. Or it's not the full workout, right? But it's a section, right? You complete 3 sections as the whole workout, and then you move on to the next muscle group, right? So you don't have to do a crazy number of reps. You know, of course, you had you know, some legends like Arnold destroyed his body. Because he would go until he got tired, and then he would start counting, right? You don't have to do that, boys, unless you want to. But also keep in mind, if for those of you who are starting, it's not a good idea. I wouldn't do that. Take it easy on yourself, okay? And then the more you can handle, right, the more you can put on yourself. You know, I didn't start out curling, you know, 100 pounds on you know, cables. You know, I started out light. You know, sometimes I still go light because it's really humbling. It really is, especially if you're flexing, man. I'm telling you. So that pretty much covers sets and reps. Weights, you know, I mentioned weights. So schedule, I mentioned schedule. And then you know, again boys, see if you want me to start filming, you know, my routines, I can definitely do that. So I mentioned overdoing it. Or I mentioned that overdoing it can really hurt you. So I didn't really mention so much. As you get more into the routine of working out, eventually you're going to hit a point to where you kind of plateau a little bit, right? Your gains aren't going to be as much, and that's because your body has gotten over the shock, right? Here's the thing, right? You want to be inconsistent, or you want to be consistent with being inconsistent, right? That means that you want to keep surprising your body. The reason you get so much gains in the beginning is because your body is like, oh shit, something's happening. We are changing, you know, and it's taking your body a little bit to catch up. And so once your body does, obviously, you know, you're gonna have to switch things up. You want to keep your body confused, because if you keep your body confused, your body's going to always be in that state of shock, right? That state of shock is going to help you break your muscle fibers a lot more, right? So the more that blood flow can flow in, and that protein can work in and begin to build your muscles a lot more. So that pretty much covers that. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here. We're pretty much on time here, so start out with a local gym, okay? Don't go with the big ones. Go with the smaller ones. Just make sure they got everything that you need. Get a schedule down. If you have to write it down, write it down. At least 3-4 days a week that you're going. One thing that I missed out on is cheat days, okay? Always, you know, plan, you know, at least one. You could have 2 cheat days, but don't go super strict on yourself, because then you're going to fall through with it. But also don't make it, you know, 3-4 times a day, or excuse me, 3-4 days out of the week, because then you're not really making progress. I'll talk more about that in the dietary video. Yeah, so that schedule, you know, I do back day, chest day, arms, legs, and then core, right? And then I start over. So you don't have to do that, but I'm giving you a point of reference here. So and you can work off of that. Sets, you can do 3 or 4 sets. I would stick with 3, and you can do 3 sets of 8 reps with whatever workout that you're doing. Still targeting that muscle, you're still working it out, still breaking up those fibers. So, and weights don't matter, guys. Go lighter in the beginning, and then flex that shit too, you know. Don't overdo it, okay? Make sure you guys take care of your bodies. Overdoing it is way worse than underdoing it, because then you'll take yourself out of the gym for a while recovering, and you don't want to do that. So it's all about taking care of yourself, boys. Getting out there and getting fit, getting physical, right? You never know when you have to defend yourself, right, from either a person or an animal, or excuse me, another animal. You know, it's not like you're fighting Yogi the fucking bear for a pick in the basket, but you know, you want to make sure that you're physically fit to be able to defend yourself. So I had something in mind that I was gonna mention, but I think I'd forgotten it. Anyways, boys, that pretty much, I think that sums everything up. So, cardio. Cardio is really good too, boys. I did a lot of cardio when I was in Korea. I still do cardio now with my boxing practice. Cardio is really good. You want to keep that heart rate up, right? The more you get your blood pumping, right, the more stress that you put your body through, obviously the more it's going to handle, right? That's the reason why your muscles build up, and that's the reason why your endurance grows. And same thing for the cardio, right? So if you have to, if you ever find yourself in a situation where you have to have a good amount of cardio, then it's good that you're training for it, right? And so that pretty much sums it up, guys. If you happen to have anything on your minds, any questions, just please let me know in the comments. If this helped you out, please like and subscribe. There's a lot of men out there that really need this message, so help me share this, okay? And let's continue to build this community. I want to reach 100 subscribers by the end of the month, so help me share this, boys, and please join me in this journey. You know, I don't have this all figured out. But come on, boys, let's come together and figure it out together, okay? So that being said, make sure you take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and as always, I'll talk to you soon.